Hello, lovely peoples. I am Michelle. This is my wheelchair Betty, and you're watching Rebels NYC. I'm representing for the mildly spastic fantastic today. Walk, walk. That's what. Walk, walk, walk. I don't know why walk, walk's involved with that, but there it is. So that's that. Today I want to talk about the New York City Women's March and the Disability Caucus, right? And a possible media blackout. This year for the New York City Women's March, the Disability Caucus, organized by Nadina, who is an awesome old school disability rights activist, put it together, and a whole bunch of us got together and we actually led the march. And when I first heard about this, I was so excited because I was like, progress, you know, it's like there's an increase in awareness and we're leading the march, and rightfully so. You know, groups like ADAPT were some of the major forces in defeating Trump Care Part 1 and Trump Care Part 2. So I wasn't personally sure if I was going to be able to go to the march because this is Betty, but she stalls randomly. That's Roxy LaRue there, kind of off frame. Oh, hold on. I'll show you how I decorated her. Hold on. It's so excited. Yeah, but this is where I rest my spine. Okay, hold on. We're going to cut to this. Shake my butt, shake my butt. And so, as I said, okay, so that is Miss Roxy LaRue. No, why aren't I sitting here, right? This is Betty. She stalls randomly right now, so I can't really use her outside safely. This is Miss Roxy LaRue, the new chair, who I can use for maybe 2-3 hours tops, but the spine support is not right. So after about 2 hours, my spine hurts. So I took her outside, but that was another benefit of leading the march because I got home at like at 2:30. So it wasn't that bad. This is my shine. It says, disabled people don't want your pity. We just want our rights. Damn it. Anyway, so there you go. So we marched all the way and we're chanting. Bah, 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 bah. So the next day, you know, I mean, Women's March is trending. New York City Women's March is trending, so on and so forth. So I'm scouring through all these little hashtags. I'm like, oh, I want to find some photos of Disability Caucus. I mean, I took some photos myself with my cell phone right here. I can't use the big camera at this point in time because my spine says no. But photos, still photos. So actually, I'll post those at the end, right? But so anyway, so I was going through the various hashtags that were trending, and there were so many photos. And yet, I'm like, where is the photos of the Disability Caucus? I don't see us anywhere. And I looked in the articles of in terms of the media, and they didn't even mention, at least from my understanding, from what I read and saw, they didn't even mention that we led the march. It's like there was a bit of a media blackout in regard to our existence. Is it because it was hard to get to us? Is that what it is? I don't know. I really don't know. I do know that it was very, very crowded, and the police, the NYPD, I don't know who gave them instructions. I just know that, for example, the Disability Caucus was told to enter at the Disability entrance, which was just for us. It wasn't for it. Everyone else had to go to 72nd Street and beyond. But we were told 61st Street and Central Park West. And when I turned on 61st Street to go to Central Park West, because I turned on Broadway, there was cops guarding these barricades, and they would not let people in. And what happened was, they're saying, oh, it's the name of crowd control. The thing was, when you look behind them, no one was there. There was no people there between between Broadway and Central Park West. No one was. I mean, people were on Central Park West, sort of lining up. But in terms of that in between thing, no one was there. So we're like, what the fuck? Why are they doing that? I know a number of people were actually turned away who tried to go to Disability Caucus, either because disability is invisible, and so they're like, no, you have to go up to 82nd Street. And even people who were visible said, no, you have to go up, uptown more. So was that it? I really don't fucking know, but no bueno. That being said, I still think it was progress. Nadina made a really powerful, badass, intersectional speech, as she was invited to be one of the speakers at the pre-march rally, which had people like Whoopi Goldberg and other like famous people. So Nadina was there representing, and her speech was so fucking powerful. So I think that was good. The stage, I didn't see the stage because I didn't get to the rally in time, but the stage had this big old ramp. It was totally accessible. Now, that being said, you're like, no, Michelle, you're wrong. Here are a number of articles that talked about that. Please let me know. I would love nothing more to be wrong. So that being said, here's some photos that I took, and let's cut to the photos. So that's just a small sampling of people who are there. If I had known, I would have taken more photos, but I just assumed the media would be covering things because... Anyway, what do you think? Put your comments in the comments section. That's where they belong. Thanks for watching. Bye. Ooh, what is this? Ninja goodbye. What?